I don't speak good things well.
Hey guys. Hey everybody. So, welcome to our longer video here for the week of March 5th. We're going to not only talk about some of the number ones that we want to get into some more detail, but some other books that are coming out.
Longer and uncut, the footage that they didn't want you to see in theaters.
We do cut a lot of these.
Basically.
No, edit. Yeah, we don't do a lot of these. We cut a lot
I
of these.
lied.
We don't edit that.
This will probably be...
We don't edit at all. Our good friend Steve edits these. So how about one of you guys start? Because I want to finish reading the back.
Cool. I can start.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to get this ball rolling with DC Comics Green Arrow number 29. Ever since Jeff Lemire and Andre Sorrentino have taken over this book, it has been phenomenal. The art by Sorrentino is fantastic, and he has this weird way of being able to draw your eye to certain parts in the book that just make you focus on that part and really help sell the story. And Jeff Lemire, his track record speaks for itself. He's done awesome work, and he's really turned
Animal Man.
Yes, he's really turned this book around and has made it number one on my poll list every
He's
week.
doing that? Lemire?
Yeah, Jeff Lemire.
Jeff Lemire is pure gold.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Yeah.
His book, Trillium.
That's right.
that
He
came
did
out
that
too.
one.
Got number 7 of 8. This has been really good. I have no idea how they're going to do the trade paperback for Trillium, though, because it's like, read it forward, read it backwards. It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah,
And
Great-
Underwater
great-
Welder, right?
Green Arrow 29. Check out the series. Actually, the first trade where Lemire and Sorrentino take off is coming out this month. I think it's next week. Don't quote me on that.
Anything done by Lemire, I would take
Give
a risk
it.
at.
Yeah,
I'll give it,
definitely. Okay, I'll go next with The Darkness. It's the same as what I said earlier. It's just some Romans fighting it out.
Yeah.
Somebody getting shot by a little boy, and the artwork is pretty interesting. I definitely like the artwork. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. Yeah, it's Top Cow and Image again, and Alice Cott and Dean Ormston.
Nice.
That's about all I have to say about that. Not a whole lot.
So let me get more into this Tales of Honor. All right. This is done by Matt Hawkins. Again, it's a collaboration between Top Cow and Image. And it's based off the David Weber books, which I haven't read. So kind of a fail on my part, I suppose. But the first thing that struck me in this was the artwork. It was really cool.
That's really good. It's really detailed.
Yeah, it's very detailed, guys. It's fantastic kind of painting and really interesting sci-fi. So I'm definitely going to have to give this stuff a closer look, especially since they're going to be doing a game and movies and all that.
Yeah.
I feel out of the loop, and that's kind of rare for me in this environment. So.
Yes, it is. All right. And for Marvel, we have Loki, Agent of Asgard, number 2, written by Al Ewing with art by Lee Garbett. And this series continues to surprise me. The first issue came out last month, and it was awesome. The dialogue is intense, and there's some awesome stuff where he does something to Thor that you might want to check out. But in this one here, there's a whole bunch of speed dating going on, and
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
yeah, it's a fun book. The dialogue that Ewing does in this book is awesome. There's just tons of awesome dialogue going back and forth, and speed dating, so you can see
Always
what happens
fun.
from there.
Speed dating with Loki?
Yeah.
Ooh, what a dream.
And the art is awesome. Just look at the cover. It's pretty much the same as the inside. So, check it out. It's a fun series.
There's nothing worse than when the the cover art's really good and then the art on the inside is just really disappointing.
Right?
So the fact that
It's
it's
kind of a letdown.
yeah, the fact that it's as good is something nice.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Forever Evil: Arkham War.
That's been a fun series.
It has been really good. It's written by Peter J. Tomasi and illustrated by Scott Eaton. It's been fantastic. It's an interesting concept seeing all the Blackgate, I guess the more militaristic villains fighting the crazy Arkham inmates.
Yeah.
And this is the big issue, Bane is finally taking all his forces and bring the fight to all the Arkhamites. And
Yeah, those of you a fan of the whole Batman, like,
Mythos.
well, yeah, the Batman
rogue.
world, yeah, because there's Talons in there, and a lot of villains, and
Bane as Batman, kind of.
Bane kind of filling Batman's role
Yeah.
in his
It's
perception.
been good.
Yeah.
It's been really good. I've enjoyed it. Anything with Bane.
Where instead of breaking the bat, he wears him.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's talk about Veil here. Veil number 1 from Dark Horse. Written by Greg Rucka. Art done by Tony Fazula. And the art, the cover was done by Tony as well. You can see really, well, maybe I can't show that.
There's a lot of nudity
Picture.
in it, but the art's good.
Starts off, well, it's not like
It's-
gross, blatant nudity.
It's
Yeah,
not like Game of Thrones
but
nudity.
yeah, like all of it, it's very consistent. It's really cool style that Tony Fazula here has, and it's a pretty interesting read, I have to say. Like, I'm not really sure where it's going to go. I'm pretty sure that Veil here, this little girl that wakes up in the subway, is not human. But I'm not sure. Yeah. Definitely superpowered. Definitely confused. She speaks in these crazy rhymes, so it was really fun to read.
She's basically a rapper.
It kind of made sort of. Not a very good one, but yeah. Yeah,
She's rhyming.
I'm definitely
It's the first
gonna
step.
keep track of this series.
Yeah.
You know, it piqued my interest in interesting character and really interesting art. So
It'll be good for Dark Horse to have good comics when they finally lose the Star Wars books.
yeah, they could use some better series,
Yeah.
more series. Yeah.
Alright. She-Hulk number 2 from Marvel, written by Charles Soule, who's fantastic, and art by Polito. Javier, I'm assuming, Polito. The book is awesome fun. It's basically like...
It's really good.
It's She-Hulk, living her day-to-day life with her own firm now, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
The first
it's-
issue was fun.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like where Matt Fraction took Hawkeye. It's kind of just her outside life, outside of being, a superhero. She gets to, face the real-world struggles of being a superpowered lawyer where, insurance rates are high on places she wants to rent because she's a superhero, and it's
Yeah.
just...
Oh yeah, that's funny.
yeah, it's
The superhero policy.
Yeah, it's
rates are
crazy
jacked up.
fun. Definitely a series worth checking out and jumping on because it's only issue number 2.
It's
So-
really good, definitely.
Check it out.
All right, last one from me is Forever Evil, issue number 6, the big moment everybody has been waiting for. It's Jeff Johns and David Finch. And yeah, so basically it's Lex Luthor and his little mini...
Yeah, like
Justice
Luthor.
Yeah, like Justice-ish League,
Yeah.
taking the fight to the crime syndicate and trying to rescue Nightwing, but will they get there in time?
Yeah. I never thought I'd see Batman and Lex Luthor team up.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely an interesting dynamic.
I mean, it was bound to happen eventually.
I gotta say though the whole Forever Evil series has actually, I think, been really good.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not typically a DC fanboy, but not that I dislike him, but it's incredibly well written and just really interesting with all the characters.
It's been so good, especially after the Trinity War was such a disappointment. They just
I thought it was a little want.
they made up for it.
Yeah,
I feel
Forever
like-
Evil was fantastic.
I feel like that's the way Marvel and DC have been going.
Uh-huh.
Like, they'll give us Age of Ultron and then give us Infinity, and now they gave us,
Mm-hmm.
the Trinity War, and now we have Forever Evil. So, I mean, I guess it evens out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, they'll always have their big story arcs, but this one in particular, I think I really like how the DC villains have been, I guess, coming together
Almost
against
the good guys.
the crime syndicate.
Yeah.
The DC villains are almost the heroes in this.
They're like brutal heroes, though. I mean, in this one, like Black Manta is just like
Oh, he doesn't mess
shanking a
around.
guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's stuff that you won't see Batman do, but they can do
No.
it because they don't have those morals.
Yeah.
Stinky morals.
Yeah.
Right.
And always messing stuff up.
What are you talking about? Okay, I can talk about something now, right? All right. Let's talk about Starlight, because Starlight's starting this week. This is from Millar. This is the same guy who wrote Kick-Ass, Superior, a bunch of other books. Art is by Goran Parlov. And Like I said, this is kind of like almost a what if Flash Gordon is what this kind of seems like. Like this experimental pilot gets sucked up into some black hole, visits an alien. Like this all happened in his past life. The book is starting when he's an old man. His wife has recently passed away, and he's like living out his golden years after having experienced this insanely fantastic adventure.
Nice.
And yeah, going from there. So the conflicts that happen within that. I mean, I can only imagine how pale everything seems after, visiting an alien world and rescuing it, Flash Gordon style. So
Yeah, nothing would be like exciting after that point.
yeah, Millar does a really good job of taking, I guess you could say, somewhat unusual circumstances, but he really writes more about the people and their interpersonal conflicts that they're having, I suppose.
That's a great way to write,
Yeah.
though. I mean, honestly.
It gives the characters a lot more depth than just, I have superpowers and I punch bad guys.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, a lot of his books, guys, don't have superpowers.
Yeah.
They just are in really weird situations. So, you guys have anything else? I grab all sorts of books.
I said I was done, but I could talk more about Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
like-
Show him some of that art from Moon Knight.
Yeah,
That's cool.
the artwork has been really good. Let's see.
That's a good good panels right there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a pretty good panel. Yeah.
Just gives you an idea. They've updated his costume. He's not, at least in this issue, he's not wearing the classic like cowl and
Yeah,
the
I
crime
noticed
fighter.
that.
It's like a suit now, and he's kind of, I don't know, almost seems like a crime fighting like detective almost.
Yeah, well, Moon Knight, he just got a couple different personalities rocking around in that dome of his. So.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah,
At
the
least-
other ones could pop up later.
Yeah, at
really.
least this one we're witnessing now is almost like a detective.
Yeah, it's like a private eye kind
Private
of
eye kind of
thing.
deal.
It was really good though.
Tons of fun.
A lot of people have been excited for this, and now that Marvel's like unleashed all the A-list ones, now they're starting to release like some of the B-list heroes, which I think in some cases are actually a lot more interesting.
There are a few more I'm really looking. I really am glad they're doing a Silver Surfer series.
That'll be pretty good.
Yeah,
it's gonna
and
be
Dan
interesting.
Slott, it'll probably be pretty good writing.
Guys, the last one I'm going to talk about that came out this week is finally Wild Blue Yonder, number 4. Now, this series, for those of you who didn't know, this is from IDW. It started off with a massive bang. It was just like insanely good, crazy good art and story. And then like 6 months later, where's issue 2? Where's issue? So, point is, the issues were delayed so much, and I've been waiting months, literally months, for issue 4 here.
Yeah.
So glad it's on. I hope the rest of them come out in a more timely fashion. But yeah, we got a lot of people out there who I know are fans of this series, and good news for you.
It's finally here.
It's finally out.
Kind of like Sandman. I mean, the first
Oh my
issue
gosh.
came out in like, I don't know, what was it like October?
So yeah,
or
for those
something?
of you who are fans of the Sandman prequel series that they're doing out, it came out in like October or something like that.
Yeah, and now it's like March, and we
Yeah, it's
still
gonna
don't
be
have
late
issue
March
2.
is when issue 2
So much for
should be out late
bi-monthly.
March.
Yeah, it was supposed to be bi-monthly. Now it's whatever the heck every 5 months is.
Yeah, and that I guess that happens. That's just a fact. That's just in the publishing world.
Oh, well.
It's not that timely. But so yeah, it's finally out. Yay. Guys, did any of you guys want to talk more about any of these trades?
I've read Uncanny X-Men, so I mean, I could talk about that.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I don't want to give any spoilers of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know, have you read
So.
Uncanny X-Men? It's
I've liked it. I like the Cyclops not being a Boy Scout and kind of being,
Yeah.
rebel leader or whatever he is.
I was kind of disappointed, but I'm not allowed to say that, so... I, too, enjoyed it.
Alrighty.
I like at least where they're taking the characters in Uncanny X-Men.
I do like the fact that they're kind of rebels. I was hoping they'd go more into that, but they didn't really, because they kind of got diverted like that. They go into purgatory or whatever, and I was like, I just want to see them like fighting the Avengers and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, then I guess it would be Avengers versus X-Men, and we've already had that,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that exciting.
I like the Avengers vs. X-Men. I thought it was pretty solid.
I think
series.
It's better than Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I thought that was going to be good.
I
I mean,
Age of Ultron was
it
really
was
lackluster.
fantastic in its own way.
It was all right. Yeah, it was pretty good. It led to Galactus eating most of the Ultimate Universe, which I thought was pretty fun.
That was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see, guys. I can't think of really much else coming out this week worth talking about. So,
Yeah.
if you guys have any comments or anything that you'd like to leave, we definitely pay attention to them. And again, yeah, thanks for watching.
Cool.
Cool.
Thanks. Bye.